he said I have beautiful eyes. But don't say that on camera. Because I'm Slayter.
Anyway, we're live. Welcome to the Smash and Slayter show. You see, it's Friday night, and we actually had nothing better to do but to sit around and consume beverages that might be altering to both your liver, your bloodstream, and your mind. And tonight, we're trying to alter it all. Some of us had a bad week. Other of us can't remember our week, but we're here for you. So, some of the things we wanted to talk about this week, I don't know, Slayter, what you've been doing, but my brain and my ideas have been in the news. And I'll tell you what, they're doing a good job convincing me that there's so much chaos that I really don't know what the hell to focus on. And it's like one big circus lately. I've been focusing on things like North Korea.
Well, or I mean, I've heard about North Korea and the crazy little Asian, but what is he doing now? What is he doing now?
He's talking about wanting to be master of the universe, blow up America, and turn us to ashes.
Well, okay, so are we pissing him off? Or, I mean, why the fuck is he doing this? I mean, I've heard about, we've done shit, and we support South Korea, and we have our naval movement from time to time, and he hates that, but, I mean, why is he pissed off us again? Did he shoot another missile when we told him,
Well, first, he's Asian, and I'm not, I'm not politically correct here, because that could be an issue. I was like, what if he was a black Asian? Maybe he wouldn't really give a shit.
He was Blasian.
He's Blasian. If he was a Blasian, he wouldn't fucking worry about, what's going on around the world, and he'd probably be pimping out his
He'd be
bitches.
blazing.
He'd be
the blazing.
No, not Blasian. He's Bayesian, you said.
Blazing the Bayesian. So he's blazing the black Asian?
Blasian.
Blasian.
Black and Asian. That's what you said. Okay, anyways, he'd be Blasian, and he'd be pimping out his hoes, and he wouldn't need to worry about money. But since he's just a little tiny fat boy Asian, what he's been doing is he's been letting off missiles and working on nuclear type fission material, and he's talking about wanting to take America out and her allies is basically what he's been doing. He's saying, hey, we don't have no money, we need to find a way to get it. So he's trying to blow us up is what he's trying to do. I mean, he's Kim Jong-un, the little Blasian.
The little Blasian.
He's a wait, what's a Wigger, right? So he's a
No, Asians are all white, man. So Blasian will work. Black Asian.
What would be an Asian wannabe?
Wasian.
An Ager.
No, Wasian.
He's an Ager.
He's a Wasian.
No, he's not a wannabe Asian. He is Asian. He'd want to be, something else.
Now I'm lost.
Well, all right. Consider this for just a second, all right?
Okay.
If you're a white person wanting to be a black person, you would be whack, right?
Okay.
A white person wanting to be a black person, you're going to be whack. If you're an Asian person wanting to be a black person, you'd be ack?
Nah. What would be a black person?
He'd be a sack.
A sack. How would what would you call a black person trying to be white then?
Blight.
That's fucked up.
He'd be blight.
Well, back to this. North Korea could.
Okay, well, what about a Puerto Rican wanting to be white?
Well, no, I'm curious in the article.
Oh, well, we're back to North Korea there. I don't know. He'd be a knight. A black person wanting to be white is knight. Are you really reading while your lips are moving?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you off really quick, and I'm gonna throw you off like that.
Anyways, but go on, keep going.
So a black person would be blight.
You're still on the same topic.
Oh, North Korea. Okay, North Korea. What were we talking about, North Korea?
Well, we're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. So why is he so pissed off at us now? What have we done?
He's
something
not.
again?
Well, yeah. We're training with South Korea and Japan south of his border, so we're kind of like lining up, right. And we're practicing to kick his ass,
like Russia. Well, because we're lining up.
Kind of, yeah, like what NATO's doing to Russia. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense then. So then he gets pissed off, and so since he's so close to China, what do they think?
China's not happy either. China's like, hey, you need to move your THAAD out of my backyard. No THAAD in my backyard.
No THAAD.
So what we've done is we moved this missile system, right? That's supposed to take out rockets. And the rockets that Kim the Blasian
Kim Jong
the Blasian wants to do is he's testing nuclear missiles, and he's also testing regular missiles, which pose a threat to Japan and South Korea and other provinces around there, or other countries like Taiwan and that. And it's really it's pissing the rest of the Asians off, and they want some
action done.
They don't want to be worried about that threat.
Well,
I guess.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean, they're going to provocate a war. But then again, one's bound to happen.
Actually, I'm going to be honest. I think it's the fact that they're taunting Trump. They want to see what Trump is going to do. And let's just be honest. I think China is using North Korea as a puppet government. Okay, and as a puppet government, they're trying to yank Donald Trump's chain. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Trump, but he's way better than the lady that kept falling down, Hillary Clinton. But the point is, I don't know, it seems to be, or to me, that they're trying to get the United Nations, trying to get Trump into a position where he's going to be forced to pay money to convince North Korea not to build nuclear missiles. Now, they've had a history, a really long time, of creating this, basically a nuclear stockpile able to hit, countries around them.
Crazy. North Korea has fucking nuclear missiles.
Well, here's the thing: is that North Korea now before it was, in a couple of years they could possibly have it. In a few, they used to predict, they try to determine when that country was going to have the ability to actually detonate a nuclear warhead. Well, now they've proven that they have that ability. Not only have they proven that they have that ability, they've proven that they can go ahead and they can deliver that ability via a ballistic missile or an intercontinental ballistic missile, which means that it can go further than the current distance of whatever technology it is that they have. The threat here is now that our intelligence, they don't have the foresight or enough information to know whether or not they actually can hit U.S. territory. With Barack Obama and his administration, their theorem was lead from behind. So they thought that they could just go ahead and they can continue on and on and on, pacifying him with more money and maybe stopping him with sanctions. But this new administration doesn't play like that.
No, not at all.
This new administration is more along the lines of they're focused on actually getting a job done. It's only been 65 days since Trump has been in office, and the whole world has been testing him, and now you have Kim Jong-un testing this guy. And to me, I don't think this is a guy you want to mess with. And I'm not saying like he's Dirty Harry or anything like that. I'm saying he's unpredictable.
Yeah. No, and I think that's what made him one of the top candidates too for where he's at right now, and how he got elected was because his unpredictableness. I mean, look how crazy he's gotten, and then comes back out and says, no, look, one of the most impressive things I saw with him, which I didn't even predict, I thought after watching a few of his first speeches, he was going to be a wild nut job. He was going to be different.
But Trump?
Yeah.
I still consider him a wild nut job.
Yeah, he is crazy. But it's more of how he campaigned. And when he finally went office, I couldn't believe it. And then hearing him give a formal speech of how he was happy, and he gave his inauguration, or when he had his press conference just recent 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, he has, it's almost like he's a different person. You can actually see the business or enterprise side of Trump come out, the formality. He has uniform. There's a structure to that individual. He has some type of brain. I thought it was an interesting turn from where he was at. That messed with me.
No, I concur. I think a lot of people don't understand where Trump is coming from. I think the problem is that a lot of times things happen within our world that's out of our control, right? Mm. But they tell us about these things. They feed us this information so that we get into a position of where we're concerned, where we're worried about what it is that's going on in the world, when in reality, neither you nor I have control over it.
Control over what?
control over the things that are happening in the world, like with North Korea.
Yes, well, I mean, you're right. We don't have control over that in one sense. It's just it's still crazy that we still have, or at least they tell us we have power that we can change. Like we can vote people out, and it'll change the way.
Well, I hate to say it, if voting really changed anything, it would be illegal. I think this time that what happened in the United States during the 2016 election, I think the Democrats and the bubble with which they lived in, they actually thought that they had the votes to pull through without having to cheat too much. They thought that they could defeat Donald Trump in an election. They had a lot of things going for them. They had people like Donna Brazile, who was leaking from CNN. They were leaking information into the debates. So Hillary knew what the questions were in the debate prior to her even debating.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
And people forget that from the Democratic side, there was a lot of flim-flamming going on. As a matter of fact, everything that they dreamt up or they drummed up, it was like Don was a Teflon Don. Nothing could stick to him. So here we are, and we're looking at Trump and his uneasiness and his craziness, right? Mm-hmm. In reality, it makes a fucking shitload of sense.
Okay.
And well, that's our timer right there. Every 15 minutes or so, we're supposed to take a break, and I'm not really even sure how many minutes it's been here, but it's been a few.
Good bullshit lie.
But it is what it is. Every 15
minutes, the bell that goes off. What bell? In my head.
That's the one. Holy shit! How'd you know about that bell? All right, that's.